Everybody, it's JJ with the Mazzo Group at Eagle Home Mortgage. I'm so sorry I couldn't be there with you guys right now. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. I'm on an airplane on my way to Maui. I probably have a Mai Tai in my hand just like this. But nevertheless, you guys are super important to me. Thank you guys so much for your support since last month, and we're just really enjoying working with you guys. So I want to make sure we have an impactful breakfast brief this morning. I'm going to talk about Raving fan or wow service. So I'm really excited to present this to you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask Danica or Rick, who are going to be here, as they're a huge part in my WOW service plan, and really wish you guys the best. So I'm going to go ahead and just start now. Raving fans, as far as don't settle for just satisfied customer, let's get the WOW service, the WOW customers that keep coming back. What makes a company successful? Now, Jeffrey Gitomer, customer satisfaction is worthless. Customer loyalty is priceless. That's what keeps the clients coming back. That's the return business, the client referrals. And in the real estate and mortgage industry, we're all very much in that business. So we just don't want satisfied customers. We want customers that are absolutely wowed by our service. So here's some of the facts. Here's normal companies, research. Expectations are very low from clients when they come in. Most companies stink. That's exactly why. We think in terms of price, not value. And we abuse our customers. We don't treat them like loyalty. So yeah, we may not smack them around like maybe sometimes we think they deserve, but we don't treat every single one of them like loyalty. And we focus too much on the facts, not the feel. This is just standard. This is not, maybe not everyone in this room, but this is just in general how people, when they get complacent in their business, are reacting. Now, the secret to Raving fans is turning your customers into Raving fans are a couple different ways. And Southwest is a fantastic example. This is a company that believes if you take this approach, doing things for your customers that you would usually only do for your friends and your family. And I don't know about you guys, I like to fly Southwest anytime I can. The price is consistent, the service is consistent. The people are friendly and funny. The airplanes are always clean. It's very much wow compared to a lot of other airlines, and extremely consistent as well. So this company believes that in customer service business, it just doesn't fly airplanes, and I think that's really important. They're in an airline industry where every other airline looks at it as, you know, flying planes and the bottom line, where this airline and this company really has taken it to, we're in a customer service business that happens to fly airplanes. So this is believed so strongly that Southwest qualifies as a customer service candidate for employment based on attitude, not experience. I mean, that's amazing. You can go to a company and you not have the experience, but you can have a fantastic attitude and get a really great opportunity. I mean, the company believes that you can teach a person how to deliver quality service, but the attitude must be brought to the job, and I think that's super important. I can teach people how to take a loan application. I can teach people a lot of things, but I can't teach people drive to quality and customer service. That's very hard to do. We'll all make mistakes when it comes to the process, but if we do it with a smile and we do the very best we can and really separate ourselves, that goes a long way. So now I'm going to get a little crazy. I'm going to give you guys 5 customer care lessons from Dr. Seuss. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I learn a lot of lessons from my kids. So this is kind of an ironic way of looking at what we're talking about. Number 1, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. So if you don't care, then there's no one else around you that's caring, then the situation or the clients are going to feel that. Customer service today is supported by processes, best practices, technology, but the secret ingredient is always going to be that personal care. Personal care makes all the difference in attitude. It's on authenticity and going that extra effort into the use of technology and best practices, and caring a whole lot is what's going to make that big difference. And I think a lot of people will get complacent in just providing the practices and the technology, but when you want to go above and beyond and wow someone and show them above and beyond, and many of you have been to my lunch and learns and my happy hours, and you guys have seen what I do, and I do this because I care about my clients. Past clients, as far as borrowers, as well as my business partners, and show them that I care. And I truly do get enjoyment from doing that. And I feel that it does separate my business, and I think a lot of other businesses take this into effect as well. Now, a person's a person, no matter how small. Many times in customer service, we feel the need or are directed to take care of the most important customers first. And while that does work in most cases, we have to remember that all of our customers are important. So it's important to have a clear plan to take care of everyone all the time, regardless if they come and do one transaction or 100 with you, because it makes it easy for the consistency, and it's just the right thing to do, and it gets you in the line of doing it over and over again. Now, personal care makes all that difference again with authenticity. And one little trick that I had done, I had gone in my office, and as far as an attitude, I walked in one day and spent half the day with a really poor attitude. I did this on purpose, kind of with a scowl on my face and a attitude. And it was funny, I watched my employees follow suit. They, in turn, weren't really performing at their best. They were really just having a bad day. And then, ultimately, I know that's going to transcend to the client. So the second half of the day, I turned on my happy switch. Great attitude, asked everyone what I can do, what can I do to help you, and just really went above and beyond with my employees to make sure that they knew I was happy and this was a great day to be in business. And it was amazing the attitude that transcended from them. They really made sure that they were in a great mood and my clients were taken care of. So this is so important to do not only just when you're out with clients, but in the workplace and those around you guys. When you do that consistently, attitude will breed attitude, whether it's a negative one or a positive one. So it's really, really important. I love to use that example, making sure that you do that in the workplace as well. So why fit in when you were born to stand out? Well, it's easy in customer service or customer care to simply do what's required. Going above and beyond when possible with an extra act of kindness can mean the world. Making someone's day is a surefire way to aid in customer satisfaction and retention, and creating a brand advocate, meaning you're known for providing this wow service. You go above and beyond, whatever that may be for you guys. And each business is individual and each business is different. And we'll do a little exercise here at the end to kind of find out and guide you guys in that direction. But remember this additional quote, "To the world you may be one person, but to one person you may be the world." Always look for ways to have your service stand out. My kids, this little quote reminds me of my children, that I'm the world to them. And I like to think that there are many people that we touch in our lives with this huge responsibility of putting people in a home, putting roofs over their heads. I have a client right now, and it's been a struggle getting her into a home. And she lost her brother, she lost her father, she had some financial difficulties, she went through a divorce, she has grown children. I mean, she's just trying to get a fresh start. And we're turning the corner and able to help her, but really going above and beyond. I didn't learn her story till after the fact, but making sure that I treated her as though that was her story from the beginning made all the world to her. And you never know the next client that you're going to come in front that may be buying a home because they're trying to secure something for loved ones, because they're getting divorced or because they just lost a loved one. I mean, there's so many different ways and things that we do that can touch people's lives, that we just have to make sure that that smile goes on for everybody. So sometimes the questions are super complicated, right? But many times for us the answer is very simple. So as a customer care representative, when customers come to us with complicated questions, we can really be happy and take delight in making the answers very simple for them. Not throwing out a lot of, what I, in my industry, call, mortgage jargon and making it complicated. Taking the time, slowing down to not make them feel less superior or stupid, but just making it simple for them so that they understand, because they don't do this every day like we do. Increase that first contact resolution. Bring up any issues up front. And customer satisfaction by making the right answer available, no matter how easy or complicated the question may be. Take the time to help them. Don't disregard it because it may be simple for us, because it may not be that simple for them, and there may be a lot more behind the question than what we see. So sometimes when we're super busy, we rush on that, and I have lost a great client because I didn't take the time to do that. I learned a hard lesson, and that past client is still a great friend, but unfortunately it taught me a lesson to make sure that I need to consistently always take the time and provide everyone with that equal opportunity and service. Now today I shall behave as if this day was this is the day I will be remembered. So if this is the day, if this was your last day here, people that were around you are going to remember that day probably more than ever. And we're so blessed to be here and have this job and have great businesses that I think it's important that today is your day, your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. You know, it's up to you. It's what is it that you want to leave as far as a legacy of who you are and how you did business. And I think going into this and taking that approach will go a long way. So this is what's important. We need to decide what it looks like. What's your vision for customer service, support, quality, reward, care, reliability, answers, questions, right? What it looks like. So for me, when I do my WOW checklist, and we revisit this every single year, what are the 5 things that you expect from a 5-star service? And so here's some examples. I took a whiteboard out and we wrote down, and I asked everyone in my branch when they've gone to a 5-star hotel like the Ritz-Carlton or the St. Regis and stayed there once, what are some of the things that they expect for spending $400 or $500 a night? What is it they expect out of that experience? And I think in our end, when it comes to providing people an experience when they're spending $400, $500 plus $1,000 to buy the largest investment of their life, that we should probably give more than what we expect back from a $500 a night experience. So kind of keep that in mind. It really made it a little bit easy. Other than the chocolate on the pillow, there's a lot of great things you can take out of those expectations. Friendly and attentive staff, world-class food and drinks, great service, available to meet my needs, and make me feel important. So those are some of the things that allowed us to create our WOW checklist. And what is it that we want and what I expect out of all my employees and treating your clients as my business partners as well as yourselves. So use this as an example. So I want you guys to kind of write down about 5 different things that you guys would expect out of a 5-star service. Don't put a cap on it for money or a cap on it for time. Put on there what you truly think a 5-star experience should be for your clients. So do take a minute here to write those down. Now discover what your customers really want. The platinum rule. What are the 5 things clients expect from realtors? Now I want you guys to write this down because I hear it all the time. It's funny. Many times you guys are going to refer us fantastic clients. And by the time we're done with them, I like to say, you know, we're kind of in bed together. I mean, we've taken their tax returns, their bank statements, credit cards, ex-spouses, child support. I mean, I know more about them than probably most of any of their best friends or family. And so when it gets down to it, although we had a great referral or pass off, they're going to ask me, JJ, you know, am I working with the right realtor? And of course, I'm going to cross-sell them and make sure that they understand who and why I'm working with them. And the most important things that we hear from the clients is, you know, we really think they're very personable and they've been very knowledgeable. And so far, they've been very on time to my appointments and been communicating and available to me all the time. This is what I hear from the clients consistently. But think about it. You know, everyone's a little bit different. What is it that your clients are expecting from you as a realtor? So I want you guys to take that down. Take a couple minutes here to write down 5 things. These 2 things together are going to really help us shape what we consider or what we talk about as a WOW checklist. And when I come in next month for the breakfast brief, we're going to do a WOW checklist or a mini WOW checklist together. And I'll kind of show you guys how that works. So I appreciate you guys taking the time coming in. Thank you guys so much. I look forward to seeing you guys when I'm back. And aloha.